Hello, welcome once again. Welcome to my channel Digital Shakib. Today we are going to start a video series which will help you, which will guide you and teach you step by step the process of speed optimization of a WordPress website. So you will learn each and every step or method that you should know to optimize the speed of a WordPress website, whether it is your website or your client website. It is important to do the speed optimization for your website. What do I mean when I say speed optimization? It is reducing the load time, the page load speed of the website, because we can't imagine how important it is to reduce the load time of a web page. Many research suggests that a page load time above 3 seconds is harmful for your business. Many users or visitors, you may say, will leave your website if they are loading at a speed of more than 3 seconds for a complete page load. So in this video series we are going to start, we'll make around 10 to 12 videos, and I'm going to teach you and guide you the step-by-step process how you can optimize your speed for a WordPress website. So basically let's check this. My method, okay, I'm not going into the details why speed is important, how you can that you can read from the Google or many of the blogs already available. My objective is to make short videos, as I always make, so that it can help you and you can start optimizing for the speed of a WordPress website, whether it's your website or you work for your client's website. This will not only teach you all the methods that you must know, but also will act as a reference point. Whenever you want to see what points I am missing, you can just come back to the video and just watch the video and then apply it in practical websites. So let's start. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and press the bell icon so that whenever I upload new videos, you'll get a notification and you can watch it directly from there. Alright, so without wasting any time, in this first video of this series, this video is just an introduction video, and I'll be teaching you, but don't skip just right now, because I'll be teaching you a few things that you must know before delving deep into speed optimization. So what is the procedure that we are going to follow? The procedure is quite simple, however quite effective as well. Speed optimization for WordPress, and it consists of many what you call strands, which we have to gather and then put all together to optimize the website in a effective manner. So first of all, this is for the basics. The basics are web hosting. A good web hosting is always a beneficial and plays an important role in determining the speed of your website. Then the SSL certificate. Many would turn and say the SSL certificates are usually for security. I agree that mostly they are for security, as they'll put a Google sign, not secure. Let me show you what SSL certificates are, just because we'll be dealing with this topic in the next videos. So I'll just give you a brief idea. My website, digitalshakib.tech, this is a domain that I used for making videos and all. My website is digitalshakib.com. Here you can see it's opened on Google Chromium, but even if you're in Chrome, it will show a not secure sign. This means a SSL certificate is not installed. So it is true, yeah, I agree, it is true that SSL certificates are mostly for security purposes. However, I must tell you this thing, that SSL certificates is a prerequisite for having a good page loading time, because SSL certificates uses the more advanced method of HTTPS request that helps in speed optimization. Further, the third point we'll be using is effective, rather will use image compression. the third video would maybe be of image compression, and this is not in order. Obviously I can change the order, and in the course of time maybe I'll get a few more important methods or steps, and I'll add or subtract in the video series. However, as for now, the basics which are going to be I'll be making videos on are quite simple and effective as well. Image compression. Images do tend to occupy a lot of spaces, and it will it will increase the size of your website, and that is why image compression is a prerequisite for speed optimization. And then a CDN is content delivery network. Don't run away, don't be scared. I'll be teaching you in the upcoming videos everything about all the topics or all the words which you are finding confusing now. So CDN for complete website, and then maybe a image CDN as well. These five are the basics. Means any WordPress website or any website for example, you need to apply these five steps for sure. You need to have a good web hosting, an image compression, SSL certificate install, CDN for images, and CDN for the complete website as well. It is a it is a compulsion for your WordPress website to have these 5 steps. But I'm going a step further. These are the basics which needs to be done, and then we'll have 3 methods. I have divided, there is no hard and fast rule, but I have divided the methods into 3 categorization. First is using free plugins. Second is using premium plugins, means you purchase 1 or 2 plugins and your job would be done. And third, with SiteGround hosting. Why I have kept this hosting separately is because of the reason that SiteGround hosting has a separate plugin called SG Optimizer. SG is SiteGround Optimizer, and that plugin can do a lot of work for you that can be done with premium plugins. That we'll talk about later when we are talking about web hosting, which are good and which are not so suitable for your websites. So what I expect from you is, first we'll go through these 5 points. These 5 points I'll make short videos, and then when I'm complete with these 5 points, then we'll follow the 3 methods process. First I'll complete using free plugins, then I'll teach you using premium plugins, and then with SiteGround hosting plugin. So what do you understand? Every method will first have to go through these 5 steps. Every method. Let me make myself very clear. Will for any website, whether you want to spend, whether you don't want to spend, you want to spend with free plugins, you want to do anything, but you need to follow these 5 steps, which will be which I'll deal with in the upcoming videos. After that, after these 5 steps, or after these 5 things, you can choose between these 3, one of them. You are getting me? First we'll clear all these 5 steps till image CDN for complete SSL web hosting and image compression, and then we need to choose one of these 3 methods. You don't need to apply all 3 methods, rather you need to apply just one method from these 3 methods. So how are you going to choose? If you are a new website owner and you don't want to spend a lot of money, you have already spent on hosting and domain. That's how I felt when I started out. When I have already spent around $3,000 on domain and hosting, and I didn't wanted to spend more amount of money. So I would approach this using free plugins approach. But if you know what you are doing and you need to spend a few amount of money on premium plugins, then you can choose the second method. Any method you choose, first these 5 are important and then you choose. And then the third method is speed optimization, when you have chosen SiteGround hosting. Using free plugins is more effective for websites, WordPress websites that are built on free or lightweight WordPress themes. Themes are an important part of your WordPress websites, and heavily coded WordPress themes which you buy from Theme Forest are not so suitable, and you can't optimize it to to its max potential using free plugins. So maybe you'll need to use the second method, that is using premium plugins. Free plugins, I'll give you some examples. The themes which you download free of cost from the WordPress repository can be easily optimized using free plugins. But some of the websites and some of the premium themes such as Astra or Ocean WP that are very lightweight, or Generate Press are lightweight themes, and they can be easily optimized for speed using free plugins. However, a heavily coded theme such as WP listing or housing, such themes, real estate homes, such themes need you to spend a lot of money for buying the theme, and for optimization you may need few premium plugins as well. We will discuss that in the upcoming videos. And if you are going for SiteGround hosting, maybe I'll talk about this hosting, and when I'm talking about web hosting, I'll talk about SiteGround hosting, and then you can make your decision which methods you are going to go with. So I hope I'm clear that speed optimization for WordPress will be doing in this manner, that we'll first complete these 5 steps, maybe not in order, but we'll complete these 5 steps, and then you can choose one of the methods. You can choose using free plugins, using premium plugins, or if you're using SiteGround hosting, that would be completely different. Okay, this is the thing, this is the introduction video, and now I'll teach you some of the things which you should know. This is the website we are going to optimize. This is digitalsharkip.com. I've just imported an Astra free template and it looks great. Okay, I'll just share an experience with you all. When I started out making videos for myself or my clients, I used to love theme forest themes because of their templates, the heavily coded templates. But now, trust me, even the Google prefers minimalist themes. Minimalist themes are lightweight, easy for eyes theme, such as this one, built on Astra, and just imported a free template. Fine. So few of the tools which we are going to refer to, or which I'm going to every time I'm going to use this word, so you should be aware of these things, aware of the tools. If you are going to learn about speed optimization, you should know about some of the tools that we can use to measure different parameters of speed, page speed rather. So first is the BARP of everything, the Google Page Speed Insights. Why I call it the best thing is that it gives you recommendation. It gives you opportunities, for example, reduce initial server response time. This is for this website digitalsharkip.tech, which we are going to optimize. And my score, this is a performance score and rather not a page loading time score. This is a performance score. On mobile version it's different, on desktop it is different. I highly recommend you to go through the opportunities and the changes they want you to make to your website, because Google itself is giving you opportunities or recommendations, so that cannot be taken lightly, correct? So this one tool is we are going to use every time when I'm discussing each of the chapters. Maybe we'll discuss this. However, I'll tell you one thing, that you should not go for a chase 100 out of 100 score. Rather, when you get a green tick and that is above 90, you should be happy with it, because this is not a ultimate parameter for measuring page speed. Rather, it's a performance score on various parameters. The second tool which I prefer is the webpagetest.org. This website is not having a lot of suggestions, but it gives you what all things is required for a good speed optimization. For security, score is F. I haven't installed anything. First byte time is A. That is good. Keep alive. Compress transfer A. Compress images A. Cache static content F. We'll do all this, and effective use of CDN also, it's giving a cross mark. So this, and it also gives us some performance results. These are the performance result. However, I want you to worry about only one thing here, that is fully loaded time, that is 2.180 seconds for me. This is essential and I want you to keep it below 2 every time. This is lightweight themes, that is why it is 2.1. The next tool we are going to use is Pingdom, tools.pingdom.com. And when you analyze, I don't want you to improve page performance, check their recommendations at all. I don't think they change every time. I don't think they are stable. For me, I'll never check their recommendation. For recommendations, I'll use Google. For recommendation, I'll always use Google Page Speed Insight. However, for Pingdom Tools, we need to know the page size, and below 600, 700 kilobytes page is good enough for a website. One page is, so we need to compress the images and everything and make it smaller so that the page can load quickly. Alright, these are the things which you should be knowing. In the next video, we are going to start our process, our method. Maybe the first video would be how you can do a good backup of your website, a complete backup of your website, because speed optimization or anything which you are going to do on your website may harm your website and your site may break. So we need to do a complete backup of our website and keep it in our in a safe safe drive, such as our laptop or desktop, and then we can continue our process of speed optimization. Hope you have already subscribed to my channel. Press the bell icon so whenever I upload new videos in this series, you'll get a notification and we can start. So thank you so much. That's about it. Thank you so much for watching.